There we go. Good luck.
Are we live?
Mhm.
Doesn't show for me, but
It's shown for me.
alright then, welcome to Sunday Cup. Today playing Subdiff against PEG. Interesting game, and my analyst here will let you know more.
Yeah, heading into the draft, there's a few picks that I'm sort of looking out for. There's going to be the Draven ban that I was just about to talk about. It's coming in a bit too quick for me. Premium esports gaming as well as support diff play heavily around their bot lanes. The key difference here is that support diff also play with these roaming mid laners. So I'm going to be interested to see if we're going to see bans from support diff to sort of like take away things like the Talia and Twisted Fate. We'll see these come through. We are seeing a Karma ban as well as a Zara ban. It's just heavily focused on the bot lane, making sure that people don't get this kind of priority over the bot lane. It just looks like they're aiming to shut them down. I'm expecting another bot lane ban to come out here. Other bans that I could possibly see target the jungler of support diff, but I think it's going to be another bot lane ban coming out. Or the Yasuo. That'd be taking away Rick Lanchi's comfort Yasuo pick in the mid lane. We are going to see support diff on the blue side here, so I think they're probably going to end up taking either a support or another bot laner away. We'll see what happens. And then I'm expecting something like a Caitlyn or Ashe first pick. There's the Xayah taken away. Be interesting to see what Premium go for in their third ban, considering they've taken away the Yasuo. It might sort of like show that their bot lane's comfortable with no matter what they end up picking. We'll see if they take away any other picks, especially first priority picks like the Heimerdinger, Nami, Ashe, anything that can sort of like help shut their bot lane down. And there's the Sylas mid as well. It looks like they're targeting mid lane to take away from the comfort. There's the Caitlyn first pick that I mentioned earlier to try and get the early lane priority. Be interesting to see what they answer with, especially with the Draven band as well as the Caitlyn now picked up. It's a bit of a hard lane to play into. I am expecting the bot lane to come through on the first few picks as well, but we'll see what happens. You want to get them in early before the other round of bans coming through. There's going to be the Nami to, sorry, not Nami, the Morgana to counter. I'm not too keen on it because it's not too strong in lane and it loses out quite hard against enchanters. So they might be worried about more of the engaged supports, just trying to keep that AD carry safe with the Black Shield. See what comes through on the second ban. I am expecting an AD carry. There's the Jinx locked in. Decent in lane. It gives you a lot of control with the rockets on the queue. You can sort of like push whenever you really want. It's a little bit difficult into the Caitlyn. Oh wow, we're seeing Ashe and Elise. It's all in the bot lane. We are seeing a Maokai get let through, but we are looking at bot lane here.
So you're looking.
Caitlyn, Ashe. Yeah.
Is this Ashe support?
It's Ashe support, yeah. It's going to be Ashe support, most likely with Hail of Blades, and they'll probably go for the Umbral Glaive as their first item. But it's all about that bot lane control. Ashe Caitlyn is the strongest lane in the game right now. It's incredibly difficult to play against. And it's also really good for the Ashe to play into the Morgana, because Morgana doesn't really do anything about Ashe, she just kind of loses. There's the picks that we talked about earlier, the Talia getting banned away to stop the mid lane from roaming down. I'm also possibly expecting a Twisted Fate ban, but they might also look towards banning away Premium Esports Gaming's Aatrox Comfort pick. But we'll see what comes out. Interestingly enough, we do see the Maokai picked up. Personally, I think it's the strongest pick in the game by far right now. It can be flexed either jungle and support as well. Gangplank ban as well. Again, targeting the globals for the bot lane. So we're seeing... I'm interested as to why they've banned away the Rise. I don't know if Rick actually plays it, but I think they're also just worried about the mid laner from support diff coming down. And there's the Ornn Comfort pick that was mentioned earlier. Both of the top laners play Ornn, and it's also just a very strong pick, especially when you're playing team fights with a Maokai, Jinx, and Ornn. It's set up for team fights very well. See what we're going to have in the last sort of like 2 picks here for support diff, just to close out the composition. I'm expecting a Lee Sin maybe on one of these picks. Yone mid. It takes away. Well, it's the pick left after the Yasuo. I know that they definitely like their assassins. Be interesting. He was answered in the mid lane. We're probably gonna see Alessandra come out for Premium Esports Gaming. We'll find out. As for the last pick top, it would probably be a tank v tank matchup, unless they can surprise me here. There's the Shen as well. It's all about this bot lane. Every single pick this game has all been about that bot lane. It's just sort of like seeing what Premium Esports Gaming round it out with here. There's not really many roaming mids left, unless they go with the Talia and lock that in. It would help sort of like get extra priority down in that bot lane, especially against the Shen that can ult down there at level 6. What will we see? Be the Ziggs. Surprising, actually. I wasn't expecting a Ziggs. I think they're all going all in for the team fight. It also helps with the longer range setup, because with the exception of the sort of like Ashe and Caitlyn, it's quite difficult for them to get into fights on support diff. They're playing into a lot of range and a lot of CC. But yeah, both comps rounding out. For support diff, it is all about sort of focusing down on that bot lane, with the Ashe Caitlyn pick to help dominate the lane, especially into the Morgana that is quite a bit of a weak laner. Elise is going to help with the early game. It's also very good at tower diving, especially into a Jinx Morgana lane that can't really handle them that well. And Shen as well with his ult can also go down there post 6. So we'll see how that goes.
Alright. So you're thinking this is like a more bot lane power game, and like from the team comps itself? Who do you think has the early game advantage? That's what I'm interested about, so I can know where to look.
Yeah, early game is all going to be about support diff. They've got the stronger bot lane, so they're going to have Morgana Jinx under their tower, unless they play exceptionally well countering into it. The Ziggs has a very difficult time roaming down there, whereas the Yone...
Caitlyn with lethal tempo?
I think it's there mainly to help out in the team fights. Personally, I would have gone Fleet of Footwork, because it really, really, really is just all about that the early game for both teams. Just sort of like making sure the snowball off a bot lane. The big thing here is Premium Esports are going to have a massive, massive advantage in these team fights. If they start playing around objectives, both of these teams, as a 5v5, Premium Esports will win this game based on their comp.
By the way, can you inform me real quick, Premium Esports, are they starting blue side this game?
I can't remember which the first pick was. No, it's support diff on blue side.
Alright, so we have support diff on blue side and Premium Esports coming in from the top, which is pretty good. I see orange players do just a bit more well when they play top side, like when they play red side, because they can easier go back to their tower a bit easier in case they get ganked. So that's good for them. Next up, we have Ashe with, hold up, I've kind of forgot the name right there, and Morgana with Arcane Comet. That's a pretty basic combo.
Yeah, it's Ungentle Bang playing support for Premium Esports Gaming.
Yeah. Also, do you take that on Ashe support? Like, I don't see Ashe support that much, so...
Is it the Comet or is it Halo Blades?
It is Halo Blades. If you look at my stream on Discord, you'll be able to see the runes. Ah,
right, okay. Yeah, Halo Blades is a standard for Ashe right now. Like I said, it's all just sort of like about dominating that early game. It's essentially where you want to walk up with the Ashe and Caitlyn level 1, and you want to push them off of the out of experience range even. What I'd like to see from support diff with the combo that I've got is they let Elise solo start. So she smites. She'll probably start on red side, I hope. Solo starts on her... No, they're on blue side, aren't they? She'll start on blue on top side, and then roam down to the bot lane for the level 3 tower dive. And what I want to see is the Caitlyn and Ashe set up in front of their minion wave to make sure they can zone the Morgana and the Jinx off of the minion wave. Because when you've got the range of the Caitlyn as well as the Halo Blades on Ashe, If they're in position, you can't walk up to that lane. It is impossible.
Alright. Good about that. Let's see, the spectator delay is over and we will be loading into the game in just a moment. Let's see what the teams have to offer for us.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one, especially with the Elise pick. It's a pick that I wasn't expecting to come out, but it does give you a lot of early game agency in snowballing the lane that you're targeting towards, which is obviously going to be the bot lane in these games.
You know, I had a game yesterday where the enemy team played Maokai, and the analyst I was with did recommend Elise as well because she is pretty good against Maokai, especially in the early game. But they went with Sejani and majorly lost. So, do you think Elise is the better pick here in from any other junglers against Maokai?
Yeah, I mean, generally, I think the Elise is pretty good just for getting that early game priority, because as you go later into the game, especially around objectives, the Maokai just gives like so much value with the saplings and the ult and everything like that. It gives you a massive amount of zone control. You can start team fights whenever you want, especially if you're out of vision. You throw the ult down. I will just have to restart my client real quick, so I got black screen loading.
Alright, let me know when you're in. I'll be holding off until then.
There we are. But yeah, the Elise is a pretty good pick into it. It helps you check a lot of bushes with the W. But again, it is stronger in the early game. There we are. I've just started as well. I'm on 5 seconds in.
Alright, then I'll be going over into the game.
Yeah, so again, it really is all just going to be about the bot lane here, especially with the Shen and Elise. We are seeing a 5-point start as well. They're just sort of like covering their jungle. I would like to see the Elise go to her top side now and solo start, rather than start on the bot side, because it means that the Ashe and Caitlyn can start getting that pressure down straight away, rather than have to come into lane after a leash. Similar thing as well is just to match it. I'd like to see the Maokai start top, but it looks like they might be starting bot side for both.
I don't know about that. Let's see here. Yeah, Elise seems to be starting bot just like Maokai as well. So
yeah, they're both going for the leash. I think it's a mistake from both teams, but it won't matter too much because neither of them are sort of like going to get the advantage out of this.
Yeah.
The Ashe and Caitlyn are still going to win, but it means that they can't now zone the Jinx and Morgana out of experience range because they won't be there ready for when the waves actually meet. It also means that Caitlyn usually gets less damage off when she fires a Q out, because it has usually hit a minion before it hits the champion target. But it is going to be a bot's top side clear as well for both of these junglers. Both of them are going to go full clear their bot side by the look of it. Yeah. Or they'll path into top after 2 camps. So it'll be a level 3 for both.
Oh, good.
You can see here as well, early poke from the Caitlyn. Again, like if you notice as well, you can see the Halo Blades come out. You're just seeing sort of like more damage come out from the Ashe in the early stages.
Yeah, you do see Ashe spamming quite a bit of a W. You know that she just isn't there to farm. She's just there to do damage as much as she can, and then probably reset.
Yeah, you can see it there as well. They're already both down to half health. There is a good thing here though, is that they're both.
I think these aren't sorted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, both of these bot laners have started longsword 3 pots, which is the correct choice here. You want to stay in lane as much as possible and sort of like poke them out. The Caitlyn could have gone for the Doran's 1 pot start, but yeah, just staying in lane and trying to poke them out as much as possible is sort of like the way to go. You can see that Jinx is already starting to burn through some of those potions.
Nice little fight here from the Yone.
Yep, good trade.
Let's see, Elise is going maybe for a first gank. It is called.
Looks like it.
Let's see what we have.
There is also no combat summoners on the Ziggs, it is the teleport, meaning that if there is a gank, it will have to be a flash blow.
A really good bait. He dodges and it will be save. Yeah. The Elise or the Yon would have either have to hit their abilities there, but neither did, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see if the Elise waited a little bit longer for the Yon to stack the Q up and then just flash Q. Because the Ziggs doesn't have the mobility to contend if they don't have flash. It means they'd have to surrender control of the lane. So a flash for flash there would have been beneficial to support diff. But either way, it's burnt the TP back on the Ziggs to get back into the lane. Which is advantage to support diff.
Oh, definitely. Look at the wave they're stacking up right now, and Jinx doesn't have anywhere to go rather than her tower.
She's got no potions as well.
Yeah, already all used up because of the Ashe spam. And Caitlyn...
There is no potions ticking either. She's got 200 health and no potions to work with. It's going to be a very difficult lane.
Caitlyn does abuse her maximum attack range a lot, and the Ashe is doing her damage with Hail of Blades. Yeah, I can see Jinx not having fun right now.
Yeah, this is Jinx that has to base here. This is there's also the angle of if it was a top to bot start for the Elise, that could have been a tower dive.
Definitely.
Elise is roving around the back here. The Yone doesn't have too much health to be able to.
Yeah, he does have no health at all.
Got no health.
Let's see. Elise will probably just shoo him away and then take.
Yeah,
Yon takes the farm. Elise shoots 6 away so he doesn't die, and then it'll be fine. Oh, Drake's about to come up. Let's see what we have here. It is Camtech Drake for first Drake.
There is also advantage to the Maokai because they have backed. They are, however, on vision. There is a nice ward there in the middle of the river to spot it out. We are seeing the bot lane of support diff actually taking a reset here as well, just as Jinx gets back to lane. She is going to pick up some solo farm, but it is a huge item difference here in the bot lane. You can see with a pickaxe longsword, just compared to the 2 longswords as well.
Alright, quick gold check. We have Caitlyn leading with 200 gold in bot lane, and everything else seems pretty balanced out.
Yeah, junglers are sort of like around about the same time in their clear. You can see Maokai's currently doing their Raptors, so they'll be even CS after that. The Shen is just taking a reset just as the Ornn gets back to lane. No, they didn't actually back, they just backed off the tower. So they're going to be about the same. Ornn's just going to shove this top wave in, crash it into tower while the Shen walks back. You can see the Hawk shot go out. It'd be interesting to see if it actually spots the... No, it is going to miss.
Went up here.
It is going to spot out that the top camps are missing, so they know that he is pathing top to bot.
Yeah.
You can see the 2 pings have just come out on that bot side as well, so they are aware that Maokai is on that bot side clearing camps. Even if you don't spot the jungler with the Hawk shot, it still gives enough information to know where he is.
Caitlyn and Ashe are about to lay level 5, so they're only 1 level away from probably just going all in. Oh, and Maokai is there. Gets spotted.
Yeah, stepped on the trap.
And
there's going to be another trap hitting. Sapling is going to go through and get some return damage though, as well as the.
I'm surprised no one went for Dragon yet. That's like kind of expected at this time that first Dragon is cleared very early, and no one went for it. But I guess
it is a bit difficult for premium esports gamers to do it because Maokai doesn't really have the damage to be able to do an early dragon by himself, and their bot lane is constantly getting shoved in.
Yeah.
There was also like recently reset back to.
Oh, that's a good flash. W. The stun. The stun misses because Ashe got moved by Maokai Q, and now Caitlyn is working on Morgana, probably gonna take her down here. Yes, she does. Caitlyn, flash, cleanse. Maokai is also down. That's a double kill for Caitlyn.
Ziggs ult has just come down as well. That is completely whiffed as well.
And the Caitlyn heal goes on, takes her the triple kill.
That's a triple.
That's a really good move. 900 plus gold, and Shen seems to be killing Ornn on top as well. 1 auto attack, is it needed? Or is it not? No, it's not, because Ignite will finish him off.
Wow, okay, 4 kills just out of nowhere. This game is just completely blown open with the early game lead. And that is not how I expected that to happen at all. Especially with the start of that. Yeah, well, It was initial mistake from the Ashe, sort of like going towards the bush of that vision there when they knew that Maokai was on the bot side. But the Elise was hanging around in the area, and they got there quick enough to actually respond. And this is what we see again with the early ganking pressure of the Elise. She does more damage than the Maokai, and it's just easier to turn it. The Ashe Caitlyn just has way more damage than the Jinx, Morgana, and the Maokai at this stage. If you want to play for the bot lane as premium esports, you need to make sure that the Elise isn't there, because you will lose the 3v3. They're making a play there without the necessary information to be able to make it, and they get punished. They give over a triple to the Caitlyn.
Right, Morgan now level 6 as well. Might be seeing any players here. Ashe finally gets caught in one of those Morgana Qs after all this time. Elise shows around bot. I think we're gonna see PEG go for this Herald in a bit.
Possibly.
If they manage to push this wave in.
Oh my god, that item difference between Caitlyn and Jinx is massive. They either need to get Jinx back into this game, or it's going to be really difficult to look for those team fights. It has to be remembered that Premium Esports does have a comp.
Look at that. Shen is doing barely any damage to Ornn, even with his empowered Q. He does get rooted by Maokai ult, but safe already. Still wondering why Elise is still roaming around bot side here when she knows that Maokai is top. She could basically go to a contest Herald right now, but I guess she doesn't want to. Maokai
I'd like
also
to see her
invading.
go into the bot. Oh, that is just going to hit the black shield.
Yeah. Caitlyn ult will come through. Oh my god, Morgana almost taken down here. Another Q maybe? Caitlyn rooted on the tower. Oh no no no,
That's going to be an ult from Jinx. Oh,
Caitlyn
no,
going down. Taking Morgana with her, and Jinx is now chasing down Ashe. Ashe maybe a W to get Jinx off here. Doesn't even need that. Jinx leaves, but is now... let us check what Jinx just got herself. 600 gold richer, and Maokai will now be going for her.
No, that was a Morgana kill. Morgana got it with her W and Scorch.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see that. Well, that's even more unfortunate.
Yeah, if there's any more bot lane action where the Caitlyn goes down, it might mean if the Jinx is able to get a kill on the Caitlyn now, there's not going to be a bounty alongside it. There's 600 gold that could have gone into the back pocket of Jinx, and instead she barely got anything off of that. What it does do, however, is relieve a little bit of pressure. It means that Jinx is there able to push a wave in. It does look like Sprupe is going to be able to get off a... after stop at the back Caitlyn. It looks like they're going to be able to get a freeze off as well. It's just going to get even more painful for this Jinx. Arrow is coming in though.
Misses.
And it is going to miss.
But Elise is there again, and the black shield's already deployed, so no more blocking the stun. Morgana's going for a stun on the Elise. Instead, Jinx barely any HP, and they will escape. Caitlyn doesn't have ult, so nothing
Jinx
happens
is out
there.
of mana here though. They can't stay in this lane if the Elise hangs around.
Caitlyn
The Elise
still
has
doing
just got
massive
time
amount
to
of
get health and
damage.
just go back down there.
Yeah, Ashe can still just spam this in with a W.
I
Jinx.
really want to see the Elise just now that she's got a bit more health, just go down there and pressure this bot wave. Because if the Morgana stays, that's a tower dive. If the Jinx stays, that's 2 kills.
Yeah. It looks like they will be continuing to pressure the Morgana poke and probably go for a cheeky dive when they are able to.
We have seen the Elise back. It looks like she's going to path top to bot again.
Might be because top one more time gets yanked. That's Shen. What do? You dash away, and I think you're gonna get out, or you don't because oh no!
Maokai knocked the Shen away from the wall. It meant there was no knockup to come through from the orb. That would have been a kill.
Yes, so there seems to be quite a few. How would you say this?
I think Orb runs down here. Yeah,
Yeah.
W's a block.
No, he'll be fine.
Stun, and then just ease away. He also has the teleport, so even if they crash the wave, it means he can pick the wave up. But
Yeah, I think the communication on Ornn and Maokai's side from PG right there wasn't completely the best, because they did like delete 1 or 2 of their abilities. But the gank was a pretty good idea, because if they would have succeeded, Shen would have fallen behind just a bit.
yeah, there's a possibility there that if the Ornn actually hits a knock up, it does end up in a kill. It's just a bit of It's just a bit of a synergy issue to have the Maokai Q, you know, do what it does, where it's a displacement. It can very easily knock people out of their abilities.
Right, Fire Dragon is up, we get a mid gank. Yon will probably get out of there, because Maokai is dead. Yon is taken down in revenge by Ziggs. Ziggs now on fire, at least is working on him, takes him down as well. It's a 2-for-1 for SPD.
Is a very small mistake from the Yon, because he used his Q to dash in and it hit the minefield. He would have been able to just go back to his E and live there if he hadn't done that.
Alright, Dragon time, let's watch this. Release.
There's another ult going out onto the Morgana, getting her low again. But yeah, it's going to be second Dragon over to Premium Esports Gaming, again leveraging all that bot side poke. With the Hail of Blades Ash and all the pressure that Caitlyn put down, it's just all about this bot lane. You can see that the tower's incredibly low, loads of plates have gone down, the triple kill obviously helped. And again, it's just leveraging 2 dragons and increased gold lead from the tower platings. And
right, Herald going down in mid, we get the Cloud Dragon map. What is Maokai gonna do of this? Because Ziggs isn't even there. I think they're just gonna rush for first tower, Ziggs passive, or bot lane. I think bot lane is gonna take the tower first, as we can see in mid the tower barely went to half HP. And we get the Ashe ultimate on Jinx. Just a bit too late, but Caitlyn is really low. Let's see if they get this. No, Caitlyn doesn't have her ult, and River Shen is fighting Ornn. They separate one more time, and Morgana is walking away on bot as well. A lot of action with no results.
I do always love a River Shen callback. It's one of my favourite League of Legends memes of all time.
I mean, you know, if it works.
Yeah, it was. I would have liked to see the bot lane of support fire that Ashe out earlier. That would have either had to have blown the Jinx flash. Morgana was there in time to sort of like stop the slows come down with the black shield, even if she was still hit by the stun. But yeah, again, forced them off of the bot lane, got the tower early. I'd be interested to see what the gold lead is actually between these two AD carries, because there's a difference of 4 kills, 10 CS, and the tower with the platings.
AD carry gold diff is 2k for Caitlyn right now. Support diff is 400 gold. Morgana's probably gonna go down in a river because she shows a very bad spot. Mid lane we have even gold just in jungle, 400 gold for Elise lead, and in top lane we get a 300 gold lead for the Shen, but it's still pretty normal having a 4k gold lead spread out over the team like that. Mistakes can still cost you that lead pretty easily, and wow, now with 4 people from SPD and mid, they will be pushing for the second turret.
Yeah, interesting item choice here. The Infinity Edge was recently changed to have its threshold from 60% crit down to 40% crit. So what you are seeing is now that I've got the snowball going, is Caitlyn has built the Infinity Edge as well as building 2 Cloaks of Agility, which give her a total of 50% crit, I believe.
Yeah, and we see her engage the Ziggs with the ultimate. Oh, that damage takes down the Ashe. Elise barely stunned. Flashes that Maokai Q. Shen all coming down on Elise, but is it gonna be enough to save them from Ziggs? No! Elise will fall Maokai as well, or does he? No, Ignite won't be able to take them down. Now Shen 1v3 in River. Morgana secures that with the ultimate, and Shen is going nowhere but back to his spawn after this fight. That's quite drawn out. Jinx even has to flash there.
He does get a nice little shutdown for that, but I don't know if the flash is worth it, because I don't think the Shen gets out, and I'd rather not burn the flash on a Jinx. She just burned cleanse. Yeah,
and the Shen didn't even have a shutdown as well. Caitlyn trades to the Jinx. Ooh. Oh, Morgana is stunned though. No, Caitlyn survives that with a double kill. Great play there from Spurp. Absolutely destroying both bot laners.
That is going to be an absolute tilter for Premium Esports Gaming there. You see the Jinx initially stepped on a trap, and that's why she burnt the cleanse edge to try and get gap close onto the Caitlyn as quick as possible. But then the Ashe ult from downtown hits the Morgana right at the perfect moment to make sure she kills that double kill. Absolutely brilliant there from support diff.
Alright, 10-5 lead, 2 dragons in the favor. SPD will be looking to end this game as soon as they can. But are they gonna go for Baron? Are they gonna go for another Herald? Or will they look to get Dragon Soul first?
what I would very much like to see, because they are going to secure the Herald here, is you want to ideally put it down on the last outer tower that's left standing. It will give Shen more freedom to sort of like push and pressure on this lane, because Shen can always leverage his ultimate, and there's obviously an incredibly strong ultimate, in order to just get more pressure down this map.
They are going
And
down
then it
to
means-
top.
Yep. This might be a tower dive as well.
Shen is there. On dashes away, dodges the Ash ult. Still getting destroyed by those Ash abilities. And SPD will be rotating now to mid, probably looking to get another turret in mid. Maybe T2 at least is going there, but we also have Yon in mid being surrounded by two people.
It could be a kill on the Ashe here. I know that the Jinx is going to press vision, but if Maokai gets in range for an ult on the tower, that can just be a tower dive if they want to do it.
On the Caitlyn, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, on the Caitlyn.
Yeah, I was just a bit confused on that. But Dragon's coming up. So no Herald before Dragon. That's unusual. Normally you just place Herald, go to Dragon, because the team now has to split up.
I think what they was hoping for was a kill on the Ornn and then to place Herald top, leave the Shen up there to collect all of the gold off of the tower, and then back, reset, and come out to the Dragon. But because they've stayed so long around top lane, they've ceded control of the area over to Premium Esports Gaming.
We do see
And when
Herald
you've got
coming
the
up
Ziggs-
now.
Yeah, it's been dropped in the mid lane, but I think it's a bit too late. I think they just
Yeah,
have to
the
give it.
minions are still there. Dragon is being done.
There's the zone control that we was talking about in the draft as well.
And now
You
the
can
fight
see the-
starts. Maybe? No.
I think they're just going to get poked off of it.
I-
But this is the danger of Premium Esports composition. If you let them set up around objectives, you can't get in. You've got Ziggs minefield and you've got the Ziggs queues constantly coming out.
Ash, ultimate misses sadly one more time, but look at the damage from them. Caitlyn getting the Morgana down with Yon. Tower will be falling. The Jinx got obliterated earlier. Ziggs will trade himself.
Big shot
For the
there.
Caitlyn. Ornn on top will also fall. Double kill for the Elise. And
This could be an
SPD is
inhibitor.
now working on the inhib turret, maybe taking the inhib as well. It's quite a bit early though, because I don't think they have the potential to fully follow up on that yet. Maybe take the Baron right after, but I'm not sure about that.
I mean, possibly. Like they only have a 6,000 gold lead. It will balloon a little bit more, but it will give experience and gold over to Premium Esports Gaming, going down in the mid lane, and it will starve the Yone out, or the potentially the Ashe Caitlyn, whoever wants to sort of like sit in mid lane. It will starve them out gold and experience.
You are right about that. Let's see here what Ornn can see. Yeah,
I'm
also
not
like
too sure
vision.
about that TP.
Like we do
Yeah,
see
that's-
like SPD set up a bit of vision in river and the enemy jungle. PG just started setting up vision in their own jungle, but we do see like there's not that much vision on the map overall. We only get like vision clearing from both
Yeah,
teams.
it's very dark around the top side of the map for support diff right now. Expected after a reset, but it is always dangerous to again sort of like. With a team with the amount of zone control that Premium Esports Gaming has, like we saw at the Dragon, they can never let them set up around the Baron. Ornn's in a dangerous spot here, though. He will blast Khan over the wall, but...
Yeah, no fight there. Alright, Ornn, top. What do you do now? Why are you back on top?
I think they're just sitting there and matching. It's interesting to see that none of these two. The game has been very bot lane focused, but it is interesting to see that none of these top lane outers have gone down. It just kind of shows that the junglers haven't really been there too much.
Trying and engage there, Jinx dodges this. Oh boy, look at the damage from Caitlyn. The ultimate will be blocked, taking Morgana down to 50%.
That was half of her health bar.
Yep.
That
And
is
it's
a
not even
strong
an
Caitlyn.
execute. It's just pure damage. And I do think we're gonna see no dive, no follow up. Just the tower. SPD seems to be calming down a bit from their antics from before, always starting those fights. And you do see now all the vision is set up here. SPD has like 8 wards down around Baron, so they will be looking into taking that in a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for them to walk in, especially when you're this far down in gold. The Caitlyn is such a huge problem with the traps and the crit chance she's got, especially with early Infinity Edge. It's going to be very, very hard for any of them to walk in here. You step on a trap and like half of your health is gone if you're either the If you're the bot side, like mid to support, half of your health is gone if you step on a trap.
Alright. Tense situation right now. Both teams want Baron. Or rather stop the other one from taking it, because they can't take it themselves currently. And
an interesting thing to note here as well is that the Jinx is just sitting there and she's just farming the mid lane.
did you just see Maokai's jungle pad?
I did not, no.
It was jumping from him to Baron and back, and to Baron and back. That's...
It might have been because the E went over the
Yeah.
wall and...
That's... Like, doesn't it also, like, give a bit of vision? Where it is?
I'm not too sure how it works. I know it sort of like does damage and burn over time.
It would be like a genius strategy to get vision on Baron. Huh? Like, at least for 2 seconds.
Maybe if it continues hitting. I don't know if it gives vision though. I mean, to be fair, with the Maokai E's, and you can constantly check it anyway. They'll definitely know whether it's been going down or not. What I would like to see Premium Esports Gaming do again though is that, like, they're contesting vision around the Baron, but they really need to be setting up for like around these objectives, and they're not pushing in as a team to let the Maokai set up with Sans, or letting the Ziggs sort of like poke and zone people off.
Yeah, and also you shouldn't like just have the on top, especially with this TP down, because Shen can still TP without TP, even though, but the Ornn relies on his TP, and Ashe will sadly misses again, but wow, that's a major fight here, Caitlyn going down at the start. That is not good for SPD. Yon walking away, Ashe is doing a bit of damage, Shen already TP down, Ornn can't get here, as I said, no TP until now. And
that was a huge mistake from Caitlyn though. That was far too aggressive trying to look for that kill.
But we do see that Yon
This could be a Yona over the wall.
Ashe
This could be a
damage.
Yona over the wall.
Yon and Ashe damage did help a lot in rebalancing the team HPs. Ashe barely dodging that, having to flash. And now I think PG will be resetting, giving up this dragon to SPD in exchange for a kill and a tower.
Yeah, even though the Caitlyn goes down there and does give up a shutdown, it is still going to be the dragon for support diff here.
Yeah.
Inhibitor has now respawned, there's going to be less pressure on that mid lane, but
Let's
Ornn
just
has been
quickly
able to
check.
push all the way into the inner there. He didn't even have to join the fight. They gave up the dragon
It was
for
a
it. Ornn was able to
700
get top tower.
gold
Oh,
kill
right.
for,
Oh, wow.
like, it was a 400 bounty.
Oh. Yeah, 700 gold over to the Ziggs. It's going to be really important for that Ziggs to sort of like continually get stronger and try and zone them off. The gold lead has closed a lot though. It's 2.5k.
We were at like 6 earlier, so that's really,
Yeah,
really good
6 to
from
7k,
PG.
you know.
Ornn gets away.
We are just going to see the Ashe here clear out as much vision as possible. With the Umbral Glaive, is it incredibly easy for her to just sort of like take all the vision. There is still a ward in the Baron there though. You can also see Shen going down to the bot lane. The ult will be back up in time if Baron play does kick off. So he's just going to shove it in, but the Ornn can actually go down there and match with the TP, as well as the Ziggs. Either of them can go down there and match the Shen quite comfortably. Yeah, he's just pinged it. 9 seconds left on the Shen ult. It'll be up for anything that goes on.
Alright, so let's see what they do here. Ashe ult comes out, but Ashe gets
That's already a
destroyed
kill.
by Jinx. Maokai ult chasing down mid lane won't be hitting anyone just out of range there. But without Ashe, a lot of the AoE damage they had is now gone. And we see PG gathering on around Baron up here. I think they do want to do this, but Caitlyn is still alive,
Yeah, they've
as well
already
as
started
Shen.
it with the Jinx. This is going to go down incredibly quickly.
This is gonna be either them just taking Baron, or we're gonna see a fight here. Elise doesn't have vision. Is she gonna set up some? Yes, vision is now secured. Elise, are you gonna jump in on this? Going with your E, and Elise steals the Baron! Gets taken down instead, but that's a genius strat and a great
Pushing on the
move.
bot side, it forces TP out as well. Oh
And
my God,
the
this
Yon
is a
coming in, Jinx! Deleted
huge misstep.
as well,
Huge
and the
misstep.
Ashe ult sadly missing one more time, just going through there. But the Elise play, taking this Baron, you don't know how difficult it is to steal a Baron 1v5, and PEG currently has to be so mad that they didn't get this one.
Yeah, I think they was a bit too desperate to actually like rush for the Baron there. The Elise was simply just go over the wall and then Q smite. She's always going to win a Q smite fight against a Maokai because she gets execute damage on her Q as well as the smite damage to go down. She's always going to out damage in there. It's more of a 60-40 or even 70-30 in those kinds of situations for the Elise. So I wouldn't have flipped it if I was Premium Esports Gaming. I think they was just trying to desperate to get back into the game. Maybe thinking they was more gold down than they actually were. It's difficult to say.
Alright, you see the DT2 tower here being attacked. Yon having to flash because the damage the enemy does is not low
Where did
anymore.
that damage come from? He went from full to half instantly.
I think that's like 6Q plus Jinx rocket.
Maybe? It must have been a crit from the rocket, because that was a lot of damage very quickly.
Jinx does have a bit of crit, especially with the upgraded Ornn item. It does provide. Let's have a look at Jinx here. It should be over here. Let's see. She does have like 200 AD, and what's her crit stats? 55%? Yeah. That it could have been.
She's the thing is she's still like half an item behind this Caitlyn, who has got very strong team fight items. If anyone at all in this game steps on a trap, it is going to hit them like a truck.
Yeah.
What I would have liked to see, third item, because you are against the Maokai as well as the Ornn, I would have preferred to see a Last Whisper item come out instead of the Bloodthirster, because she shouldn't really be getting poked down too much just with the range she has. But it might have just been sort of like an optional choice, just to give her a bit more safety. I think she's going to output less damage, but be safer, compared to more damage and less safety. Oh my god, that is half health. Yeah, there it is. You can see a trap go down there.
Oh my!
She's nearly dead.
Like, Morgana has no resistances. Ashe, okay, this is making me mad a bit because Ashe does so much damage, but she barely ever hits the ultimate. So
she needs to be firing them from out of vision.
Yeah.
What? Right there, she's just ulted straight in the face, and it means she can sidestep. She needs to be standing out of vision with the Ashe ult ready. It is already down to nearly half cooldown already, but I would prefer to see her ulting from out of vision to give people less time to react.
Alright, see your Ornn being jumped on, calls his ultimate. Morgana gets a root on Yon over the wall, but his ultimate still comes out. Maokai being deleted in bot river as well. Yon did lose here. Ornn will get taken down by Caitlyn. Now we see Shen and Ashe going in here. The Elise takes down Jinx. The Caitlyn, the Ziggs gets a triple kill. And Ashe ult finally hits and gets a kill!
Well, you got your
on
wish.
the Morgana.
Finally hit in the best possible way.
Gets an ace.
What a
for
fight.
SPD.
It was a messy sort of fight from sort of both teams. Everyone was split up everywhere, but I think the gold lead and sort of the just the early kills from earlier sort of like won them out on that. That was such a scrappy fight, but wow, was it entertaining.
Can agree on that. And now SPD will be looking for Cloud Dragon's Soul, giving them another boost to their abilities.
They should be able to rush this down just with the Caitlyn, but the Ornn TP is going to be up as well as the Ziggs. They could still contest if they really wanted to.
I don't think they're going to TP in on this. Especially, do they even have wards on this? Yeah,
there's a ward in the river.
But no. Dragon will be taken. Soul is secured. And Elder is up in 6.
That Soul is going to be... it's not the best on the team comp, but it is going to be a massive help for the Ashe to be able to fire out the ult and then either run forward or run away. It's also good on the Yon. Just gives him sort of like more power to maneuver in fights after his ulted.
We also see PG quickly gathering around Baron here. Morgana gets sniped. Not as much damage as before. Did someone just buy? Yes. I think no. Wait, which was it? I think Black Shield just blocked a bit of the damage as well.
We have seen the Last Whisper come out on the Caitlyn here though, which is going to help shred through those tanks even more. And she is already critting for 1,400 with a headshot on a minion there. She's doing so much damage.
It's just been pointed out. You think Morik should go for Zhonya's?
Frankly, well, we've just seen in the inventory there, we do have a stopwatch that has just been bought out of base, so I think they've heard you. Yeah, you definitely want the Zhonya's in this case, but you can't make aggressive plays as the Morgana here. It's not like, I mean, your flash is down, so you can't get a flash ult. It'll be used as a peeling tool, but
Flash ult. Oh. Close one this time. Yeah, like, I think Morg might be going for Zhonya's to, like, flash ult, but Ornn now gets a
could be a
root.
kill on the Caitlyn here.
Yeah, on the Caitlyn. The ult, 6 ult! No, the Shen ult comes in and saves her. And Maokai is now taken down as well as Ornn. And if it keeps going, I don't think we're gonna see a Baron in this game again. The ultimate comes out. 3 people down. Jinx is being flashed though by Shen. Elise going for the kill. Stopwatch is coming out. Towers are falling and being ignored as SPD is rushing into PG's base.
They can end. That's game. Huge misstep from Premium Esports Gaming.
Ashe
The Ashe
ult.
arrow.
I can't believe it. For final play it hits. And they will now be taking down this Nexus from PG.